Summer's here, and Nordstrom has everything you need for your best dress season ever. From beach days and weddings to weekend getaways and your everyday wardrobe. Discover stylish options under $100 from tons of your favorite brands like Mango, Skims, Princess Polly, and Madewell. It's easy too with free shipping and free returns, in-store order pickup, and more. Shop today in stores, online at Nordstrom.com, or download the Nordstrom app.
Out here, there's no one way of doing things. No unwritten rules, and no shortage of adventure. Because out here, the only requirement is having fun. Bank of America invites kids 6 to 18 to golf with us. For a limited time, sign them up for a free 1-year membership, giving them access to discounted tee times at thousands of courses. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/golf with us. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Restrictions apply. See BofA.com/golf with us for complete details. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
It's a Minimalist Monday edition of Optimal Living Daily. Valuable Things and Can't Live Without, both by Colin Wright of ExileLifestyle.com. And I'm Justin Malik, your narrator. I read to you from some of the best blogs in the world every day, covering personal development and growth, lifestyle, minimalism, and more. I have 2 posts today, both from Colin Wright, so let's get right to them and continue optimizing your life. Valuable Things by Colin Wright of ExileLifestyle.com. Possessions can make us happier, but only if we own the right things. I should note that this doesn't mean possessions are a replacement for experiences and relationships and a rich internal life. Most ideally, the things we own are mere additions to a fulfilled existence. They add spice to something that's already satisfying and satiating. But all too often, the things we bring into our lives become anchors instead of wings. They don't slake our thirst, they just make us more parched. That can result in a spiral of consumption that for many lasts their entire lives. It's important to question one's own feelings about things because there is a consistent low-level manipulation happening around us at all times. Like having just a little more oxygen in the air than usual, it's unlikely that we'd notice the addition, yet it can still influence our behavior, adjust our priorities, and even hijack our rationality. Many of us don't have experience doing the math that might help us ascertain what a thing is actually worth to us. Is this thing I'm thinking about buying a subjectively valuable thing? Will it fulfill my needs, my wants, my priorities? Will it help me get where I want to be? Will the price I pay for it be a good investment? Will I net more than $500 of value from a $500 television? Well, how much more? And what other costs, monetary and otherwise, are associated with owning such a thing? I find that working through these figures helps pour cold water on the riled up reflexes that can flare during holiday seasons and sales. Clever marketing elevates the tempo on our internal must-consume chemical cocktails, and getting really specific, truly granular about how I intend to use something and what specific value I'll derive from it helps me maintain a semblance of rationality even when something is really cool and available at a deep discount. Will I use this nifty device all the time? Will that use justify its cost and the space it occupies in my life and in my home? Is there some other way to achieve the same end without accruing a new possession? Is there some other way I'd rather be spending this money? Will I feel better knowing this money is there in the bank, available at need in the future? Or will I feel better knowing I've spent it, the money lost to me forever, on this thing? We can make use of the systems that are out there, the same ones that try to manipulate us and which compel us to consume, but we can only do so if we know what we want, why we want it, and what it's worth to us. If we don't have an understanding of ourselves and our hopes, needs, priorities, and yes, financial realities, then we can't hope to consume intentionally to buy assets rather than just more stuff. Can't Live Without by Colin Wright of ExileLifestyle.com. If you had to make a list of things you couldn't live without, what would be on it? What people, possessions, ideas, foods are so important that without them, you would not, could not, wouldn't even want to go on. I aspire to keep my list empty. Not because I'm a hateful person or vacant of joy, but rather because I prefer to internalize my happiness. I don't want it to be dependent on anything outside of me or outside of my control. Consider that you can have a life rich with amazing friends and family, foods and experiences, possessions and creations, and not lean on any of them. Meaning that if they were to disappear, you wouldn't be crushed. You'd be truly saddened by the loss of a loved one, obviously, and the destruction or loss of a phone or other gadget tends to put a pall over an otherwise wonderful night. But to not be able to live without something goes a step further than that. It implies that you're defined by these people, these activities, these things. They're such a part of you that, were they to disappear, so would you. That's not healthy. It's not stable. It's not something worth striving for, these entanglements with entities and objects outside your person. People can leave, and that's their right. Objects can be stolen or destroyed because such is the nature of objects. If you can find your happiness internally, your satisfaction with life derived from how you experience the world, not in the experiences themselves, then your quality of life is determined by you, not some external factor. Don't shut out the world around you, but don't depend on it either. Trust that you have everything you need to be happy already, and the myriad influences around you only add to that. You can enjoy the world more freely, in fact, knowing that you needn't always be on guard against your wonderful thing disappearing and leaving you with nothing. Because there is no nothing. Even in an empty room, you've always got you. Make sure you're excellent company. You just listened to the posts titled Valuable Things and Can't Live Without, both by Colin Wright of exilelifestyle.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. Today's episode is brought to you by strawberry.me. Feeling a bit stuck professionally even after all your hard work? Maybe you're eyeing a promotion, searching for a more fulfilling job, or just unsure about your next career step. Strawberry.me Career Coaching is here to help you move forward with confidence. They connect you with a certified career coach who truly understands your unique challenges and aspirations. This isn't about generic advice. It's a personalized, collaborative coaching experience focused on your goals. Your coach will help you uncover hidden strengths and develop strategies to stand out and advance faster. They provide guidance and accountability, empowering you to make real, lasting progress. Because knowing what to do is one thing, but having a dedicated coach to guide and support you, that's how significant career growth truly happens. Your next big opportunity is waiting. Let strawberry.me help you get ready for it. Get started today at strawberry.me/old and claim your $50 credit. That's strawberry.me/OLD, because your career success shouldn't wait. Remember those ants and springtails I was telling you about that turned my front door into their playground? Well, it's been a few weeks since I started using Pesty, and now not a single bug in sight. What I love most about Pesty is the peace of mind. The instructions were incredibly simple. I had the whole treatment done in under 10 minutes with the sprayer, mixing bag, and gloves they provided. And the best part, it's customized specifically for my location and the seasonal bugs in my area. And it's so affordable compared to traditional pest control, just $35 per treatment versus the $800 plus per year other companies charge for essentially the same service. Pesty gets rid of over 100 types of bugs and is completely kid and pet friendly. Plus they offer a 100% bug-free guarantee or your money back. Now's the time to protect your home from bugs with Pesty. Go to pesty.com/old for an extra 10% off your order. That's pestie.com/OLD for an extra 10% off. Thank you to Colin. He has an update to the second post. I'll read that for you right now. Update April 16th, 2017. This is a foundational concept to a lot of what I write about. And it does sound pretty cold when you're first exposed to it, but the idea isn't to empty your life of meaningful things, but rather to ensure that things in which you imbue meaning are valuable additions to your life, not foundational requirements. If you can ensure that you are all you need at the base level of your needs pyramid, then you're good to go, whatever you might want to stack atop it. Infrastructurally, you're in good shape. So thank you to Colin. I think there's a big distinction there. He's not saying we shouldn't enjoy things or people, but instead we shouldn't make our happiness dependent on them. But I think there's a balance. I agree we shouldn't be so attached to things that we feel like we can't live without them. But on the other hand, I do think it's natural and human to form meaningful attachments to people and even certain possessions that have maybe sentimental value. Maybe the key is recognizing the difference between healthy attachment and unhealthy dependence. So something to think about today for Minimalist Monday. Thank you for being here every day and thinking about this stuff along with me. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.